What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Civilization 5 random AI only battle. Hope you're enjoying it so far. Egypt versus Germany has begun. Sorry, I'm just always filling the gaps with little sound effects. We've got Egypt versus Germany though. Keep an eye on it. This would be pretty big if Egypt kicked Germany off this side of the continent, especially if they can grab Akkad here. Very big city, and look at how are they so good at attacking this city, but they were so slow. Again, or to be fair, they've rebuilt a lot of planes, although they're all triplanes mostly, but that came out of nowhere. Okay, this might be quite quick if Egypt maintains that pace. To be fair, Babylon did probably have the highest city defenses in the world, so maybe we'll let Egypt off just a scratch. Sorry, I moved the microphone away. It seemed a bit close. Now it's too far. I don't know. There we go. We'll put it there. Maybe I'll move it away and turn the volume up. You can always let me know if it's bad. I haven't ever had any comments saying it's bad, so I'm obviously guessing right every day when I move it back out. But yeah, we'll focus on this. I believe this is the only serious war. Germany and India are still fighting, and obviously Germany may have to pull some units away. But I wonder if Rome might attack India actually. So that might spice things up even more. And then, see if we go the other way, maybe Egypt v Rome, we get everyone in a circle at war with each other. Rome could go after Germany too. I mean, it wouldn't be the worst idea, I guess, if India's in there and Egypt's in there too. Doesn't seem like that bad an idea. Here we go. Will they get it this turn? I mean, they took about half their health last turn, so it doesn't seem impossible that Egypt really make this episode a stretch if they take it within this turn. It is going very slow now, but there we go. Akkad falls. I thought it was going to be much tougher than that, but Egypt just walks in. They get a 14 population city out of it. They'll be very happy with that. There we go. We continue. They'll probably kick this one out as well. I don't imagine they'll cross over. Germany has more than, I say more than enough boats here. They have more than Egypt, that's for sure anyway. What do we got? Okay, maybe Germany will still squeeze the city out here though, but that's not going to replace the fact that they just lost a 28 pop city from an info addict perspective, which, oh, there we go, that will fill this episode. We've got to look at the info addicts in 3 turns. There we go, perfect, which that probably is a whole episode at this point. Japan still going along. Composite bowman, look at this river by the way. Oh my god, this is a huge river. All the way from here, runs all the way through here. You got the floodplains, pretty cool stories, right? You got all the Roman cities settled. Well, some of these aren't Roman cities, but these ones were settled along its banks. That's pretty cool. And then it runs all the way to Rome. There you go. Any of you history fans in there that like to, you know, make more of the stories of the game? There's one for Rome, just sort of built around this river. Pretty cool. Down into the ocean. It is quite weird, isn't it? Because like this river could easily, it's flown from this hill downwards, but it could have easily just gone this way into the sea here. I want to ask like a question here, but I don't want to look stupid, especially as someone who did geography a few years ago. I know it's from rain, but how does the river not... Is there really enough rain to fill a whole river? I guess so. I'm just thinking, like, realistically, it's a lot of rain. Like, rivers are big. That's not... There you go. I'm sure it's coming from like everywhere, right? There's not much river in reality. You know, all the water eventually will get back into the river. So yes, I guess in reality, huge amounts of land. Right, all of the water, it's not just falling on the hill, right? It's all the water from here slowly runs into the river through the ground. Yes, okay, never mind. There we go, we got there in the end. I'm sure maybe one of you will give us a more scientific explanation, but yeah, there is groundwater and stuff too that runs parallel to the river, and then it can sort of cross into the river. And then that bit means like this tile here, for example, would then have less groundwater, but then it would just take it in from the other provinces. And yes, there you go. I think that's right. So that's probably why it's not completely dependent on rain, and why the biggest rivers, although they might get smaller in the summer and stuff, they're still always flowing, you know. I guess up in the UK, so like the River Thames, it's always there. Like even at the driest point, it's still there. But regardless, off of that tangent, Germany conquers Osaka. So that's a loss of a city for India. And now Germany will be getting a lot of the desert. And they might even settle in it yet. But it's not again. 1, 4, 3. None of these cities were huge for India or Germany before this war started. But yeah, if this city comes under attack, things could be different. This is very... Well, it is India's biggest city, so it is very vulnerable here. And it has access to this lovely bay area as well. So they will not want to lose that as the Huns complete the Apollo program. I don't know if I've missed it. Maybe they've already done it, but I don't remember them doing the Manhattan project. But there we go. Maybe the Huns, to be fair, they might go for the science victory. And it's probably more achievable than a domination victory, which is, I think, why they... I mean, they've got a lot of units, but it's not as bad as we've been seeing in the recent games where the Gauls have, like, filled every tile. Here, not so bad, like I said, because I think there is multiple victory types. I think they are producing buildings more. They might be doing more culture buildings, more science buildings, sort of thing. Maybe trying to get more diplomatic favour as well, or not diplomatic favour, but this game's equivalent, which is just votes. But there are different ways to get votes. Although, sadly, those normally involve city-states, of which we don't have any, because there's not enough spawn points. There you go, bringing it back to episode 1, where I think I may have explained that. I think that's how it works, right? It just crashed if I had the city-states on, so I'm assuming there wasn't enough points that were registered as like spawns to fit all of them in, I would guess. But here we go, turn 400. There we go, the Huns still leading the way, Rome still in second. We'd already seen the Zulu pass into third, but Germany is now starting to pull ahead of the Incans finally. Egypt will also probably do that very soon. India's sort of dropping a tiny bit as they lose those cities, but yeah, not great. That's Babylon dying, and then Mongolia's not really doing much either. But yeah, 8 remaining. There we go. Right, population. Here we got. The Huns lead the way, and then Rome are catching them actually. There's only 7 million in it. That gap was much bigger previously. India's then way off, but look at that. There's a 3-way tie, pretty much. Within 600,000 of each other, we have India, the Zulu, and the Inca. Egypt then another 2 million behind that, and Germany, surprisingly very low. 27 million. Only Mongolia lower than Germany. Didn't see that coming, but I guess they have a lot of tundra. So, okay. Crop yield, again, the Huns leads Rome, but Rome is closing the gap. The Huns haven't conquered anything for a while, apart from the island of Bari. But there we go. Or Bari, I did it again. The Zulu in third, Germany fourth. So that is weird. Germany low population, despite being fourth on food. There you go. Egypt's also level with Germany, actually, exactly. Then it's the Inca, India, and then Mongolia's a bit further down. Production, the Huns do lead the Zulu, then Rome, then Egypt, Germany, the Inca, India, and Mongolia at the bottom. Biggest economy is again the Huns, but Rome much closer in that category, and then twice as much for Rome over the Zulu. Then Egypt, then Germany. Egypt and Germany seem very close, 4th and 5th. Then the Inca, Mongolia, and India. Sorry, India, you were before Mongolia. I got carried away. Land area, the Huns still lead the way. Rome has closed the gap a tiny bit. Then the Zulu. Then we've got Germany and Egypt again, pretty close. Then the Inca, India, and Mongolia again in last. I think it's nearly the same list every time, apart from Rome and the Zulu have sometimes been the other way around, and sometimes Egypt and Germany swap round. Here we go. Soldiers, the Huns with nearly 1.3 million. 695,000 for Rome, 646,000 for the Zulu, 616,000 for Germany, 476,000 for Egypt, 442 for the Inca, 306 for India, and then 97 for Mongolia. And you can see some of the rest of us. Me, Japan, Babylon, still clinging on for our units. The Huns lead the way in social policies, which is still a surprise that the biggest civ is doing that. Normally they fall behind, but there you go. Rome's also up there on 24, 23 for Egypt and the Zulu, 22 for Germany, 21 for India and the Inca, 16 for Mongolia. Right, happiness. Is anyone negative? Germany is actually on negative happiness. Not a good sign, because they just lost a 28 population city, so if anything, their happiness just got a lot better. So that's a bit worrying for them. Net gold, Babylon's the only one losing money, but they're not around. There you go, see, no domination victory. We have some working economies. Although that said, the Zulu are making 0 per turn. Mongolia's on 61 gold per turn. I don't know how Japan is making 9 without a city. Must maybe a trade? No, because they don't have any resources to trade. I don't know. Somehow they're still making 9 per turn, regardless. Maybe they're just pillaging stuff with their bowmen, and it's like averaged out. I don't know. Mongolia's at 61. Germany then 207, 310. Yeah, they're all making good money, but Rome is making significantly more than everyone else. These are all sort of 2 to 400 range, and then Rome's nearly at 1,000. Okay, cities. The Huns with 48. I did not realize they had 48 cities. That is impressive on a random map. Okay. The Zulu and Rome are then tied again on 33. Germany's on 25. Egypt on 16. 8 for the Inca, and then 5 for both Mongolia and India. It's really interesting, isn't it? The Mongolia and India both have 5 cities, and the contrast between the two of them. I know India's population is way higher, but still. Science output, Rome actually leads the Huns, and Germany are very close, and so are the Zulus. So that means the technologies tab, which apparently we missed. Sorry, technologies. We just skipped straight past you. Where's it gone? Okay, we will. Okay, let's do science first. But yeah, that should make the tech tab interesting, because if you have less cities and you have more science, you're going to get more techs. That's because it costs more for every city. So that's interesting. Egypt's down here. Then the Inca, India, Mongolia. But yeah, let's go back to technologies, as I missed them. Yeah, Germany is now tied with the Huns on 62. Rome's 1 behind on 61. I feel like Rome and the Huns, there won't be much difference because Rome has a lot of cities. But Germany certainly has a lot less cities, about half as many cities as the Huns. So that having the same or more, or nearly the same science should help them. India's then 4th, then Egypt, Babylon, the Zulu, and Mongolia's at the bottom. Oh, and the Inca. Cities we have done. Science, no, we've done science too. Great works. Rome leads the way with 33, 19 for India, 18 for the Huns, Egypt, the Inca and the Zulu, popular number, 14 for Germany, and then 6 for Mongolia. Trade routes, Rome's got one more than the others. Huns, Inca, Germany on 7. The Zulu only have 6. That's probably been destroyed, or I don't know what's happened there. Maybe they haven't set one in the new turn. Egypt with 5, Mongolia 4. India's only got 3, so I'm guessing probably most of them were to Germany, or Germany's pillaged them. And finally, tourism. Rome leads the way, then Huns, then India, Egypt, Zulu, Germany, Inca, Mongolia. Rome is doing very well, to be fair to them. I think if you used every statistic, Rome would do quite well. But obviously, we only use the ones normally that we've sort of picked some that have a meaning. No one's complained about me doing that, so I think people like how I've done it. This game we're just going to run. I think the Huns will win anyway. We'll just go as far as we can and not worry about it, but you never know. Maybe someone else will win. Looks like the Zulu is making a meaningful push into Mongolia here, though. Which could be very interesting and quite weird if the Zulu gets a real hold on the mainland of this continent. The Huns couldn't do it, so the Zulu outperforming them. Although they'd probably put more effort into it. And I think the Huns were doing other things at the same time. But yeah, it is quite strange. Are the Huns? They're not even close to a domination victory, so yeah, I think science will probably be what they end up going for if they get that far before the end, which they might not. I don't think it'll be running a good enough speed for us to make it too much further. I think we will go to highlights very soon. India retakes Osaka. Germany's got nothing here to take it back, so that will be staying with them. Yeah, I think we'll probably go highlights after this one. Just because at the moment there's no wars. Well, not highlights, but you know what I mean. I mean, Egypt is going to probably get this at some point, but that's about it. Unless this spices up a lot. And Germany really goes for it, but I mean, it's not like Germany struggled so much against India. I don't think they have much chance getting back over here against Egypt. So yeah, we'll probably, after this episode, I'll probably just keep hitting next turn until something new happens. Or if something big starts happening, we'll start again then. Think that works for everyone. Because right now, I don't know what to say. just sat here. Egypt's turn's been. It's going to be a few minutes probably before they get another one. Rome's turn. Can Rome do something big? I doubt it. It probably would have came up by now. Yep, no. The Ottomans still going strong somewhere. Don't they have an is it archaeologist? No, a worker out here, look. Still going strong. Not given. They don't even have any tiles to improve. They're just sort of existing. India completes their wonder, the Cristo Redentor, and there we go. Shaka is pushing in. Sorry, I said nothing was going on. That was a bit harsh, but you know what I mean. Nothing that's really going to make a huge difference. But there we go. Egypt actually pieces out with Germany and did not take over the city, funnily enough. So that's even less going on. They did manage to retake Osaka. I'm guessing that's through superior planes. Yeah, they have bombers now. India doesn't have any planes left at the moment, apart from that one at the top I just saw. And yeah, here the Zulu though did make progress. They did get in here, so it's going to make things interesting. We'll see how they get on with Rome. Could be the defining factor for how this goes. Here we go, Rome. That cargo ship, did you see it? It just moved, but it stayed like sideways, it positioned like this and just dragged itself across here. That's quite funny. Just like drifted along the coast. How are the seas looking now? I'm guessing they're more full. Yes, there's. Look at this one. Got an Egyptian fleet, the Zulus here, the Huns have units all over the place. Rome's got some here in the northeastern part. This island has got a lot of Hunnic and Zulu units on it. Probably a bit of a cold war between the two of them, I would imagine, going on. India retakes Osaka. How's the bigger ocean looking? It is still very empty. There's a few more Zulu units towards the edges. A couple of Hunnic boats, a Roman privateer, some Incans in the northern part. And Germany, to be fair, is up here. But yeah, most of this central part is just being left alone. Maybe there's a sea monster or something. Maybe Godzilla. It's hiding away, I don't know. Who knows? Sadly, Japan is gone. I'm not sure he won't be able to attack his usual target. But we'll see. Yeah, it's quite strange. There's just no one's really in this sea. You know, you can still here. Look, there's no units on the whole screen. You can't do that in this ocean anymore. This one, the other side, very different, very full. Can you actually? I'm just saying, you can navigate around the bottom the whole way. You can. Okay, you can go the whole way around the bottom if you get open borders with the civs. I'm just wondering. I don't think. Can you do it in the north? Yeah. Yes, you can go through here. Yep, you can. Okay. None of the continents reach particularly far up. A lot of ice, which is cool. No one's got a submarine yet, do they? No one's threatening me back here. If someone gets a nuclear submarine, I think they might be able to. No, they can't declare war on me because I don't have a city, so they can't come talk to me. I mean, yeah, that premise is the whole reason we can do these games. Because if the AI was asking me for trade deals every 2 turns while trying to spectate, I would not be too impressed when trying to make these. Will the Zulu continue to push? They're trying. We'll see. But I'm going to wrap this one up here. I don't want to keep you here longer than we need to. So, thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed, be sure to leave a like and a comment down below. What I'll do is next episode, like I said, I'll just keep hitting next turn now until something exciting happens. And then we'll start again. You know, we'll not start again, but we'll hop in again. So don't worry, you won't miss anything huge. If, you know, the Zulu slowly take out Mongolia, I probably won't come back just because it's happening quite slowly. And again, if like Osaka falls to Germany and back again like that, I'm not going to come back for that. It needs to be like a full-blown head-to-head, which hopefully we'll get. You know, some of them have been at peace for a while. Rome, the Zulu, Huns notably have been at peace for quite a while, so hopefully it will happen. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.